Hey, welcome back, subscribers. My name is Alid. This is my world of stocks. And today we need to talk about one of my longtime favorite stocks because I honestly never thought that I'd be calling this tech giant a deep value play. But here we are in 2026, and Microsoft is, in my opinion, becoming exactly that. As a high flying stock has now collapsed by close to 40% from the top, leaving it with a forward P ratio that sits now about 35% lower than the sector median. And look, if you told me going into this year, or honestly just about like any other year in Microsoft's entire history, really, that the stock would be trading 35% cheaper than their competition, lower than the sector on a forward P basis, I would have probably called you crazy. And I'm not saying that, the best companies out there like Microsoft can't ever crash or go down in price. But I just expect them to mostly only ever do that along with the entire market as a whole if they're being kind of dragged down by it. But not comparably to the sector, while the broader market has actually been ripping higher up to new record highs this year. Now, when it comes to this crashing, though, well, it can get a little confusing. For one, there's currently a class action lawsuit going on for Azure, and to make things worse, the company is even cutting jobs in their Chinese Azure cloud division too because of the increasing regulatory scrutiny. Personally, though, I see those as much more short term issues that will eventually pass. The real concern, though, that's I think really been driving the bigger kind of prolonged crash in Microsoft stock is being almost entirely driven or related to artificial intelligence. And I'll let you know what I mean by that. But look, as you guys know, many AI stocks have actually been skyrocketing recently, even Microsoft included up until around the end of last year. But others have instead been crashing. And in this particular case, well, Microsoft unfortunately started to fall into that latter camp going into this year, where investors have been panicking over their massive capital expenditures for AI. Specifically, the close to $200 billion that Microsoft is committing to build out their AI infrastructure and data centers throughout the year, which also represents a massive 61% increase from the previous year, too, in terms of spending. Now, that giant increase alone would be enough to get investors riled up and start asking questions, justifiably so. But what made it even worse, what I think is the real reason that drove them away and into selling the stock, is that these investors have been, I would say, almost like spoiled into thinking that they should see very quick, almost immediate returns on these investments, which I think is much more ridiculous, really. And for that, I blame the current AI environment that we're in. See, when other companies like Micron, TSM, Nvidia, SanDisk, when they can charge so much more for their chips, investors couldn't care less about the rise in spending because it's immediately being made up for with insane growth on both the top and bottom line. But for Microsoft, their revenue growth has actually decelerated just slightly, mind you, but it went from 15.7% growth in 2024 down to around 14.9% growth last year. Now, guys, I'm old school in that double digit growth should always be celebrated as long as the other business fundamentals are intact. And the future outlook is still promising and the valuation makes sense. But to these more short term minded investors these days that are looking to make a quick profit on any hype they can find, especially in AI stocks, well, they see a tiny deceleration like that as a giant red flag to ditch the stock for whatever the next FOMO hype train is, whatever the next kind of FOMO pick is out there in AI. Which, to be fair, when you consider the monumental spending from Microsoft, it's not that crazy to raise some of your immediate expectations. So I can understand at least some of the selling to a certain degree within reason. However, I just think all of this needs to be put into context, which is something that throughout my history of investing, I've found that Wall Street almost always hates to do. But when you look at this, first of all, this is one of the largest, most dominant tech giants ever imaginable, for which that disappointing growth of only around 15% was for more than $280 billion of revenue, of which more than $100 billion went straight to pure net income profit, which is why they can even afford to make such giant bets on AI infrastructure in the first place. And for as scary as those big investments are, well, this is still absolutely the right move to make, in my opinion, because it ensures that Microsoft is able to stay competitive and on top. It's not only the second largest cloud provider in the entire world, usually dominating enterprise cloud and productivity services, which I'd argue is the most important and lucrative segment of the market to really be keeping control over. But this is also the giant that owns Windows and Office, which can be found on virtually every PC out there. LinkedIn, which is like the Facebook of professionals. GitHub, the absolute center of coding and software development. Xbox and Activision Blizzard, a couple titans in gaming. And perhaps most important of all is just the giant moat that they've now created in enterprise software and solutions, all of which is now being heavily integrated with artificial intelligence. And that's really where all of their future potential lies, at least the majority of it. It's why they're spending such mind blowing amounts of money on it, because as you integrate AI across the board, it makes all these cash cow businesses even stickier all at once. And now you add Copilot across the board on top of it all too, and it instantly makes that one of the most widely used AI assistants out there. Now, granted, I think Copilot has a very long ways to go, and I'm certainly not arguing that it's better than all the other offerings out there, but I'm just making the point that as it expands across the Microsoft ecosystem, you're going to find yourself seeing that little Copilot logo every time you boot up your PC, you work on a document, a presentation, you run your business, you collaborate with workers, you create apps, and so much more. And it'll get to the point where you might even find yourself just using it more than other AIs out there that you might even like more, but you end up using Copilot even more than those without even realizing it. And all of this that we're talking about is what keeps the giant machine turning. It's why their operating margins have soared from the 20s a decade ago to over 45% today. It's why they're still managing to grow at their insane size. It's why their AI productivity tools, which by the way includes Copilot, have already reached a $37 billion annual run rate. And that segment is growing at a mind-blowing triple-digit pace of 123%. It's why Copilot already has over 20 million paid users, while the number of large enterprises deploying more than 50,000 seats, the biggest enterprises out there, that number has actually literally quadrupled in size. It's just kind of crazy. And it's why they even have a commercial backlog of now over $625 billion, in large part because they don't even have the capacity yet to fulfill all of those orders, because they can't even build the data centers fast enough to meet the surging demand. In other words, all of that massive spending is not like some kind of speculative bet. Rather, it's about building capacity for demand that already exists, and we can clearly see it. And it gives them much more revenue visibility for the future than most other companies too. In fact, a recent survey by Jefferies showed that 85% of companies' CIOs plan to spend more money with Microsoft in 2026, with exactly 0% planning to spend less. And I can't think of another software company that even comes close to that. And I was looking through the survey, and Microsoft just leads the charts on it. So why in the world would you ever want to slow that down by cutting investment or putting a halt to it? This is the absolute best time to be jamming your foot on the pedal. And it's so funny too, because I see this all the time with way riskier spec stocks that aren't even profitable, some burning, hundreds of millions of dollars per year, sometimes even billions in the extreme cases. And yet investors are fine with it because they think that those companies should invest in their future. Or a company will dilute shareholders into oblivion just to stay afloat and keep their investments high, and shareholders are fine with it. Well, here we have one of the most dominant, well-diversified, most profitable companies in the entire history of the world, who, mind you, has always been incredibly well run, for sure, like one of the top 20, top 10 best run companies ever, in my opinion. And yet investors are saying, nah, I'm good where we're at. We're good here. Let's give other tech giants, who we know, by the way, are also going all in on AI infrastructure and spending all their profits to get any kind of an edge on Microsoft, but let's give them a chance to catch up. It makes no sense to me. And look, I get that I'm Probably exaggerating a little bit. I'm probably being a little hyperbolic here when this really is a mind-blowing amount of money that's unprecedented that Microsoft is spending. But I just think you cannot forget all of that other context, everything that they've done, how profitable they are now, which is also unprecedented, how dominant they are. And just as important for investors, how incredibly cheap the stock has become now with all the selling. Again, in any other time in history, we'd call Microsoft a screaming buy if it was 35% lower than the sector. And yet here we are with this giant dip that everyone always wishes they could get on the best, most dominant companies out there. But when the dip actually comes, everyone gets scared, they panic, and they stay away. Well, look, maybe I'll be wrong about Microsoft, but long term, I don't think I will be. So I'm buying shares here while I still can. It's always been one of my absolute favorites in the market. I've made so many videos on them. You guys know my history with Microsoft. Many times it's been my largest holding in my portfolio, and I just don't see that changing anytime soon. I think I'm gonna really still really enjoy or look to investing heavily in Microsoft. But hey, that's just me. Okay, just my opinion. You guys always have to do your own research and make your own decisions. But let me know down below what you think about all of this. Do you agree with me that this is a solid pickup for the long term? Or do you think that all of this crazy spending justifies ditching the stock altogether? I respect all views on this. I welcome all opinions. And by the way, if so, if you do think that Microsoft is not a good stock to be buying, what stocks do you think are better right now? What stocks are you buying? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you because I can always make more videos on the stocks that you guys want to hear about. So be sure to leave those comments. And if you haven't joined our Discord, make sure you sign up. On our Discord, you can request videos too, and it's a lot of fun hanging out with other members. Excuse me, links are in the description for all of that. But hey, thanks again for stopping by, just for watching the video. I appreciate all of your support. I hope you're all doing well. Got more videos coming for you soon, so stay tuned. I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, take care, my friends. Bye-bye.